The One Micronesia Podcast is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Half a day and we are back. Another week, another episode. It's the One Micronesia Podcast. And I know this is not a background in Zoom. This is legit. We're actually at the beach. We're actually here at the Ascent Park. What a beautiful day to be shooting. And you know, I'm joined here by my good friend, super talented jewelry maker, Veronica Dydasco. Veronica, thank you so much for joining me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. So, you know, every time we kick off the podcast, you know, the podcast is here as a platform to feature many amazing, super talented Micronesians who are doing amazing things with their art and with you know, the work that they do to give back to the community and or ways of artwork where you come in. So, you know, that's why you're here, and you know, we want to get to know you, get to know your work and what you do, what you've been doing, and what you want to do in the future with your art. So, Veronica, let's start with getting to know you. Tell us more about Veronica Dydasco. What do you do for a living?
I work at I work at Funa Cultures.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I also make jewelry. Yeah. Those are the two that have been.
I know, and it's really awesome to see, to know that you work at Funa Culture, who does a lot when it comes to food. Try to give as much, when it comes to being healthy. At the same time, it kind of incorporates the ingredients of Guam into the food.
Yes, definitely. I totally believe that. They go hand in hand.
And then when you clock out from there, you do what you love the most, so you make jewelry. So
yeah,
that's awesome. So let's talk more about jewelry making and how did that start? Like for you, like when were you like, man, I'm gonna make jewelry? Like how did that start for you?
So towards the end of 2019, me and my friend Colette, we just started making jewelry, and then more and more people started like wanting to buy. So we kind of just like started to believe, we can do something out of this. Yeah, for sure. And then the first pop-up happened for me, and I was like, wow, people really love my stuff. This is awesome. Yeah.
It's awesome. Talk about it. Like jewelry making is definitely an art and a craft at the same time.
Yeah.
It takes time. You have to know exactly what materials to use.
Yeah, I think that's why it makes it so much more satisfying for me. Like a way to make money. It's like, it just feels so good because this is what I love to do, and all my love's in there. That's a little piece of me. Yeah.
and I honestly, what's so special about your jewelry is the fact that of course there's beads and stuff in there that you buy from stores and shops, but one of the key things is you go out into beaches and collect shells and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Oh, collecting shells. It's so meditative. Like you're just walking on the beach, and a lot of the time I like to try to have like an intention of like who I'm picking for, like the type of I guess person, like or I think of the people that make me feel a certain way, like happy and
nice.
Warm, and like I think of those people and like what they would wear and what I would want to put on them. Yeah, that's what I do when I look for shells. Yeah,
awesome.
And sometimes with my friends too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sometimes you find like out of nowhere you step on this shell that just resonates with you, like, okay, this is what I want to make with this shell.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So you pick up that one shell, and then what happens after that? You go back to the house or your shop.
Yeah.
So walk us through the process. Just
so a lot of the shells I pick, I like to it's a lot of broken shells. So like when I'm carving them, I just I let the shell tell me what to do. Like I follow the curve that they want, and yeah, sometimes I've been practicing carving like more details into them, and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, to have like my style more into the shells too. Yeah.
That's awesome. And like, I've seen your jewelry. If you guys follow her, we'll talk about how you guys can follow her on Instagram later on. But man, I've seen the jewelry that you've made and they've sold over the course of time that you've been making. It's so beautiful. It's so colorful. And it just speaks to you like, hey, and you talk about, pre-interview, you were talking about how how you do special requested.
Custom orders.
Yeah, custom orders.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
Talk about that. And I know you say you feel special because you get to know the customer.
Yeah, I love custom orders, especially when it's as a gift or just to a loved one. Like, I want to know, like, their style and, like, who you're giving it to, and I guess, like, what they mean to you. Yeah, because I feel like I could think of that when I'm making it, and I can put all that love, into it as well. Yeah, it inspires me a lot when I get to talk to them about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's awesome. So you make these things, you sell it, and talk about how people have reacted to your art. You talk about your first ever pop-up. You want to talk about more of that later on, but talk about that reaction from people who walks to the table for the first time, picks up one of the jewelry, and is like, this is what I love. Like, talk about that reaction.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Like, when they pick it up and just, they know, they're like, this is mine. I'm just like, it just makes me so happy. And like, Mokoda, I'm just like, I just want to hug all of you. Awesome. Yeah, it's amazing. And even like people that seen it online and then like as a little preview, and they walk in and they just grab it and they're like, this is what I wanted. Like, I already knew. And I'm like, oh, that makes me so happy to know that people really connect to a piece of my jewelry.
And I think you talk about how special your jewelry is, and how people will, it's not something that they just see on the shelves and just pick it up and then one day they're just tired of it. It's something that they will wear it forever because it means a lot to them.
And they're all different. Every single piece I make is so different. Yeah. Like, I think of different types of people. I don't just like make my style, I like to switch it up and like include everybody. Like, everybody's beautiful, have all these different colors, awesome. Plain ones, full black, like all of it. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Veronica, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about your first ever pop-up and how that went. All right. We're watching the One Micronesia Podcast, being brought to you by Docomo Pacific. It is better together.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Building on the past, we at Docomo Pacific Business believe in helping businesses move forward and together, changing the way we get things done to make you and your company reach your highest potential. Trust in our commitment to bring you the best solutions for all your business goals. We are Docomo Pacific Business. Let's work better together.
Hafide and Mogathin, we're back here, One Micronesia Podcast. We're still here on the beautiful beach. It's Ascent Park on a very nice day. I'm still here with Veronica Dydasco. So Veronica, let's talk about, we talked about you a little bit. We talked about how you got into the art that you're doing. You're making jewelry. You talk about, how the process of making it and how it makes you feel making each and every one, because, it's different. It has, each one resonates differently, right? Yeah. So that was awesome. And then now you talk about, you went from your bedroom, your workshop, and then now you're out in the public and you're featuring it, you're selling it, and people are catching eye to these beautiful jewelry. So let's talk about your first pop-up and kind of go through the rest, because you've had a lot. So let's talk about your first ever pop-up. I know you're moving from your room, now you're
outside.
You're outside,
yeah.
And people are coming, and it's always that feeling like,
it was definitely scary. Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I try not to think too much about worrying, just because I feel like I stress myself out too much. But I was a little bit worried the night before, oh my God, what if nobody comes? Or right. What if I don't sell anything? But I'm like, no, it's okay. This is the first step. And when people started coming and really buying it and holding it and just being happy with what they got, it just encouraged me so much to keep going. It was very fun. Yeah. Awesome. It made me really happy to have that. Yeah.
And you talk about some of the some of the things that you've seen, at these pop-ups and stuff, and how people have, not only with your jewelry, because I mean, you did one, and then now you're collaborating too with other artists, and I think that's very beautiful, and that's something that's so awesome about Guam and the creators here in Guam.
So supportive.
Exactly.
It's so supportive. Like, I was so scared to start, but once you start, you meet all these other people, and it's like, yeah, let's keep doing it. Like, and invite newer artists too. Like, it's just, everybody wants to win, like we all want to show our art and make something out of it. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's also awesome to see how, you guys are out there, but it's also promoting culture as well. We talk about, jewelry making. Jewelry making is something that's been around in, the region forever. It's, there was jewelry before, I mean, now I guess it's more of like taking it to the next level with adding, beads and stuff. But like I said, it goes back to that one shell you found. That shell is from the beaches of Guam, and
it goes back centuries. The shells. That's also what I love about the shells, because there's some that just look so old, and those are my favorite, because I'm like, look how long this thing has been on this earth. It's older than us, Yeah, so it really connects me to our island, where we're from, our people. Yeah.
Let's talk about you. Like I said before, we were setting up for this interview. You talked about one of the pop-ups, and it was really cool to see what you guys are doing. You guys were giving away clothes and stuff. So let's talk about that. That's
oh my gosh! So this is another thing with collabing with other artists. Like, they just have all these amazing ideas to add to what we're doing. And one of the ideas from my friend Hoani was to have people just bring in old clothes and, have families or anybody that needs it come and take clothes, We're not going to use it anymore. Might as well put more life into it. Yeah, and also vamp up your closet, if you want to switch it out, because that's what some of the artists were doing too. Like, they brought their clothes and then they just switched to
a swap.
Yeah, swap. Yeah, it was so much fun, and getting to meet the families there, and just knowing that you're helping them in some way, because families has expressed their things have been hard since COVID started.
COVID is we've all been through it. I mean,
everybody's feeling it. Yeah, definitely.
We just want it to be gone. 2 years, it's affect everybody, financially, and so it's awesome to see that your pop-up event, you're not only selling jewelry at the same time, you're giving back to the community. In a way that,
things you need, and even just seeing them get happy over it. It's like, I'm so happy I could bring joy, because there was one of my friends brought rings.
Wow. And
I didn't know it was donation, but when I opened it and I was putting it out, this girl was looking at it, and I'm like, you wanna, and she the smile on her face made my heart so warm. Yeah, so I was just very happy to be a part of that, give back to the community.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It's always beautiful to give back and to see the reaction on it. To see it go a long way is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. So the pop-ups has been amazing. Veronica, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about what events you want to throw in the future, or what does Veronica and her art want to do in the future. So we'll do that when we come back. You're watching the One Micronesia Podcast. We're brought to you by Docomo Pacific. It's better together.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Building on the past, we at Docomo Pacific Business believe in helping businesses move forward and together, changing the way we get things done to make you and your company reach your highest potential. Trust in our commitment to bring you the best solutions for all your business goals. We are Docomo Pacific Business. Let's work better together.
Half a day, Mogithin, and we're back. One Micronesia Podcast, still live on set. Nope, this is not a background on Zoom. This is real, guys. We're actually on location here at the Aspen Park. Such a beautiful day for shooting. So, Veronica, we talked about how you got it. Talk more about you. Talk about how you got into art, how you went from your house, your workshop, out into the public, and you started showcasing and selling with the pop-ups. That's awesome. So let's talk about the future. I mean, there's a lot coming, and I know you've talked about wanting to do more pop-ups and events and stuff. So talk more about kind of the future of that you want, or something you want to happen in the future.
So definitely something like the Umatic Bay pop-up. Like, I want to keep doing stuff like that where we have things for the community to get, like have more things people to donate, like food and like just things to give back. Like, that was one of the things that opened my eyes. The last pop-up, I'm like, I really love doing this. I want to keep giving it to people that need it, especially. And then just having pop-ups where we art together. That's also a thing we did at Umatic Bay.
Nice.
So people brought their own mediums, like any form of art that makes you happy, like come by and like do it and check out other artists, like just connect. Because I feel like once we start interacting with other artists, like, you just, it's such a nice, it's a beautiful thing.
It is, and
it's
you
so beautiful.
see, I think it really goes to show how, when one artist comes together, you collab with a lot of artists, right? Like, you can see the creativity built and more ideas come to mind, like, okay.
And it inspires you a lot more too. Like, me just meeting all these other artists and getting to know them, it inspires me to like believe in myself, believe in my art, so that's definitely something I want to give to other people too, because I know at some point I was that person, like looking like, oh, that looks fun, like I want to do that.
That's nice. It's a nice way to inspire.
That's beautiful.
So more pop-up, any other thing, like, is there for your art, I mean, for your jewelry and stuff, are you looking to go and make a website or a shop, or is you still kind of like?
It's basically just my Instagram right now, but I definitely want to move towards a website soon, because I am also painting and I want to do more of that too.
That's beautiful. Awesome.
And I was also thinking of having like, I love soccer. I want to have like a little soccer scrimmage, like nothing serious. Like, let's go ref each other's games and just have fun.
Right, at the same time, add some jewelry and stuff in there.
And have other artists on the side, just like, enjoying the vibes. Like, I just feel like since COVID happened, like we haven't really gotten out into the community as much, just to be safe. But now that like things are lightening up a little bit.
Restrictions are being lifted.
And it doesn't have to be something so big, just something small and fun.
That'll be awesome. That'll be fun.
I want to bring joy, more joy to the world,
We're getting back to normal, but let's not get back to the normal. Let's make our new normal. It's a new normal.
New normal for sure.
Well, sounds fun, and like I said, I can't wait to see those events and to go check it out, and it's definitely going to be nice.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to find out, last message, find out where you can go check out Veronica on Instagram. We'll be back. You're watching the One Micronesia Podcast. We're brought to you by Docomo Pacific. It's better together.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Building on the past, we at Docomo Pacific Business believe in helping businesses move forward and together, changing the way we get things done to make you and your company reach your highest potential. Trust in our commitment to bring you the best solutions for all your business goals. We are Docomo Pacific Business. Let's work better together.
Hafide, Moithin, and we're back. The last part of the One Micronesia Podcast. We're still here with jewelry maker, Veronica Dydasco. Man, what an awesome talk we've had so far. So it's so nice to hear your story, hear how your art. You've taken art and also in jewelry and taking it to another level and making it really yours. I think that's very beautiful.
Thank
so,
you.
people watching the podcast right now, and especially our younger generation watching and feeling inspired. You talked about it a while ago. You talked about it. You used to be that young girl who used to see jewelry and like, oh, well, I want to make that.
Or even seeing people just doing their art.
Right.
Yeah,
and,
it was very inspiring.
Want to do that. So people watching right now and feeling inspired because they see you do it. What message would you have for them?
Don't be too hard on yourself, and also just believe in your art, definitely, and don't change for anybody. Like, just as long as you put your full heart into it and who you are, good things are gonna happen. Yeah, you're gonna bring, just all these great vibes towards you. Like, everything that you put out is gonna come back to you, and I 100% believe that, because this whole journey has been beautiful, meeting all these amazing artists, and you too. It brought this. Like, this is amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the last part of it, throw it out there. How can people get a hold of you, or how can people, inquire about your jewelry and stuff like that?
Okay. So I'm on Instagram, Ronnie's Fart. So it's RONI with 3 I's and then fart. Yeah, fart is just something to giggle at, and like the F can stand for anything. Mine's something else. I don't know if I should say it, but
okay.
Yeah, fabulous art.
Fabulous. There you go. Ronnie's Fabulous Art.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, that's me. You can find me there.
Well, Veronica, thank you so much. It's been a very amazing talk, and I like getting to know your story. It's beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
keep making jewelry and keep inspiring.
Will do. Definitely.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up another episode of the One Micronesia Podcast. My name is Victoria, so all I gotta say is peace.
Bye.
The One Micronesia Podcast is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.